As you can see, I'm almost out of my ranch dressing mix, so it's time to make some more. This comes straight from Farmstead Comforts, which is my cookbook. It's available on my website, and there's a clickable link on my profile page. We are going to start with a 1/2 cup of dried buttermilk powder. Now, you can do this with dried milk powder. I just like the buttermilk creaminess and tang that it gives. I think a ranch dressing needs a good tang. So if you're using the dried buttermilk powder, you do need to store your mix in the fridge because this needs to be refrigerated. So 1/2 cup of that. 2 tablespoons of dried parsley. That was about to be a lot more than a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon, it fits, of dried dill. Now this is where you can add more or less of any of these spices to make it what you prefer. If you want it way twangier than that, you probably need to add a lot more dill than that. A tablespoon of garlic powder, and I lost my whole train of thought. A tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Oop, not a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. All right, I've lost my spoon. Spoon. Mix it up real good. You're gonna store this, if you use the buttermilk powder, you're gonna store this in your fridge. And then how do you use it? And you'll see the same thing in my cookbook. If you're making a dip, I would suggest sour cream or mayo or Greek yogurt. And then you're gonna add, this is the part that aggravates people when I say it, you're gonna add however much of this mix makes it as ranchy and tangy as you like it to be. They don't like that. People want you to tell them exactly how much. And really, I'm sorry, but it depends on your preferences. If you are doing a dressing, then I would still use mayo, sour cream, or unflavored Greek yogurt as my base, and I would add a little bit of milk to thin it. And again, however much of the mix makes you happy, however much gets you the tang and the ranchy flavor that you love. Now, I will tell you, I also use this as a dry mix on roasted potatoes. I use it on grilled chicken. I use it in mashed potatoes. I use it on baked potatoes. So in pasta salads, there's all kinds of ways to use this beyond dips and dressings. It is just a wonderful staple to have on hand. I keep it stored in my jar in my fridge, and on my website you'll also find labels for the jars and directions for how to use it. So I hope you love this one. This is a staple around here. That's why when it starts getting low, it's time to fill it back up. Have a great day.